stands right now, that right there was an absolute heartbreaker. Now, as we get ready for Ascento Sideshow, I understand you got to tell us, Shady, you want to break down what we're going to be looking forward to here on Ascent.
Yeah, I wanted to showcase some of the things that were working well for NRG last time, some of the things that Fnatic will have to be aware of. So for starters, remember that they were losing a lot of players early on. Mada's gone down at the start of this, and yet NRG was still winning so many 4v5s. And I think a lot of it comes down to this guy in the middle here, Ethan. He was spectacular in terms of positioning himself on the KO. And in this spot, he's helped Mada take an early engagement. And then if we look at the overall impact of how he's going to play this mid spot, Fnatic's protocol is never to smoke what we call M1, right? Which is this choke point right in front of Ethan. They don't like it because it allows you an opportunity to flash and recon back to punish them. So here, the normal way in which Fnatic are taking mid is that they're getting Crashies pushed up to Fridge. He hears Crashies go for the drone, he's got the fragment grenade, goes through the wall, and they combo that with a shock dart to take him out. It's so sick. Now, his positioning over here, though, also allows him in later rounds, here as we go to round 9, to stop the B pop. Now, Fnatic added Alpha on Sage as part of this composition, moving away from the chamber, so that they could run this B exec. And look at how easily Ethan dismantles it. Instead of holding over towards A, as soon as those slow orbs come out early, he throws the knife, it tacks onto like a million players, and it stops their B exec completely. And then you look at the next round, and he's just crushing again. This one's a bit of a long one, so I'll give you the idea and then we can move on. But he's worked his way all the way down mid. Take a look at this on the full screen. He has anticipated exactly where this gate crash is going from Kayak, and he just stares at it the whole round. He's so ready for what's happening. He comes to his team to put pressure over towards A, to force the gate crash or force a rotate, and eventually, after all the patience in the world, when he sends his team in that direction, he's able to pick up Crashies instead of Kayak. They had such good ideas overall, despite the fact that they ended up losing this round. They had sick ideas, sick prep. That's what won them Abyss, that's what won them Ascent last time. It's on Fnatic to make the adjustments to make this comeback a reality.
And that's what brought NRG here. But now what I look at, Dre, when we go into a map where they just choked an 11-1 with a crowd completely against him, how Ethan, as the only man on that stage playing in the server who has won a Champs Trophy before, can keep his young players in it. Because that has got to be so much pressure for them right now.
It's going to be extremely hard. I mean, it really did feel like they had that one in the bag, right? Everyone saw it. The entire arena was silent.
The bag was wide open, bro.
Until some kills started happening from Kayak and everyone got electric. He's going to really have to tell everybody, yo, we got lucky that we have this lifeline now. We still have 2 more chances to close this one out.
When I was talking and we were discussing with Valin at the end of Masters Bangkok, he said that was a heartbreaker and he thought about it for months. They had 3 tournament points. NRG have just had 6 and they lost the grip of what was going on. If you imagine the heartbreak he had for a Masters tournament where he had half the amount of opportunities, imagine how the NRG players are feeling out there right now. At least their destiny's still in their own hands for the next couple maps.
Yeah, they have to be utterly demoralized here, Baby Bay. As a player, how do you dig yourself out of this one?
With the faces that I was seeing when that comeback was happening on the side of NRG, I was actually worried about going into this next map of Ascent because, honestly, if Fnatic can figure out their attack side, it's not going to be too easy for NRG to do a lot of those plays that you were talking about. I think Fnatic had a phenomenal defense last time. They went into OT, right? It was such a close game.
Yeah.
That guy on your screen, Crashies, the one American player who was always one of the best in North America, didn't get an opportunity after leaving this very roster of NRG, had to go all the way to Fnatic, but what a year he's had. What an opportunity he has here to continue to prove himself as that big game player. Was one of the people who brought them across the line. Now Agent Select up here, NRG goes back to their same call.
I was almost hoping that we would see Fnatic maybe go back to the chamber buys instead of the Sage buys. Yeah, but you got to think about like who you're playing against, right? Brock, he loves the Odin. Sage walls are notoriously bad against the Odin, right? And I think that's another reason why Fnatic struggled so hard on their attacking side, along with those knives that were being thrown to delay even being able to use it at all in the first place.
I think NRG have got a great understanding of how Fnatic play. It's just coming down to the execution of it, right? And I think here, NRG should be set up for an amazing defense half. They know what Fnatic do, they've got the strats to counter it, and they've got the player quality. The question is whether they can keep the mental intact. So if you see a close or even a bad half for NRG, start getting worried about a big comeback.
Dre, you know it, but defense, Jet, Ascent, that is like the dream scenario, I think, for any duelist player. I think Mata has such an opportunity to start strong and bring his team back into this series.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be off the back of that operator play. I know the last time they played on this map, he was kind of shaky with it. He was whiffing a lot of easy shots. Think of the Alphair 1v1 on Catwalk. But I think the form that he's been in here today, I think he's going to start hitting a lot of those shots. And I don't know, maybe he can set NRG in good hopes.
Hey, but you know what, though? If you are a Fnatic fan, you just watched them pull off magic in the server. The question on our minds is, can Lightning strike twice? Can we force that map 5, or does NRG shut the door of destiny here and now? Let's send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy and Hypoc yet again.
We are already in uncharted territory, but for me, a big factor here is what's remaining of this veto, Lauren. A map that Fnatic should not have lost.
Yes.
And then a question mark for NRG. Truly on the brink of the unknown.
And I think that's a lovely way to look at this overall, but I have to say what Baby Bay was saying.
Honestly,
staring at our screens, man.
I wanted to jump up there and hug Baby Bay because it's something that was so obvious last time, and it was such a basic mistake that Fnatic made time and time again. Finding Mada on the opening, sitting, waiting, not having any value from Alpha in the late round because of Brock, the Odin effectively countering its use over and over again.
Same team, it doesn't look like it with Kayak off to a banging start like that. Willing to take a fight, but so are NRG. Maybe looking to try and pick up where they were left off, get that confidence back in with them. Scuba, checked on now. It's a very unique wall.
Yeah, it will solidify, so maximizing value.
Oh no, whoa, there's a man behind them, super fast here. I don't know if they know about Marder, but this weird wall
Crashy
actually,
spotted him.
Brilliant spot there, but Ethan's still being a nuisance on the back of the side. Marder, Brock, back to back, it's looking like what we've seen before. But Kron and Kayak both have sheriffs. Hold on. Oh, gonna find Kron. Kayak was the one who upswung, was the one who made all the difference, but not now. Not in this round.
Another 3K from Brock in a pistol.
And another flank from Marder.
Yeah, another flank from Marder, but Brock doing so much work to swing the pendulum. I mean, NRG's pistols, they have struggled massively with. It's been the weakest part of their game from a statistic standpoint. But Brock today worth his weight in gold.
Just like a little mental reminder as well. The fact we even get Ethan on that KO too. Some of those flashes he's sending in. Oh.
Iconic.
Yeah, love to see it. So again, a couple of those key aspects that made that, well, the abyss we just witnessed looked like it was the end of Fnatic. We've just seen them so clearly at the start, and in round 2, he's back on it, man.
But again, this is the biggest focal point for me in terms of Fnatic's approach here. Like I said, they should have won Ascent. Can they find the answers now? The short turnaround, yes, but a turnaround nonetheless.
A bit of a look towards middle. So just maybe getting the lay of the land with utility 2, deeper wall, which means you can kind of negate one of them. A little bit of a stall coming out. However, Brock is going to be still and constantly a problem. This Odin is hard to push out position, especially at the timing that we know Fnatic like to go to. But it's about the minute mark. The flash looked a little shallow, but might have made it. But Scuba, all too aware. Gonna find Kayak and follow up cleanly towards Boaster. Potentially even a third now. No. Crash, she's the one to stop that. Now they can at least get the spike down.
Big upgrade for him as well, still 100 HP. Som here on the flank with the judge. Got to be careful, but Marder's here to apply some support.
Yeah, but nice work from Kron, but he couldn't back away any further. Costing them a couple of seconds, but these last 2 players should be cleared. It's Crashies with the Bulldog destroying my eye as Alpha just gets deleted by a bounding Som, which you've got to remember as well. Som was one of those key players in the initial time they met on this.
Yeah.
That judge, a real threat.
NRG leaned heavily on him in terms of controlling the A site early on when NRG were establishing themselves in terms of the economy, in terms of control overall. Back-to-back defusers here. But this is the round now. Eyes back on Fnatic in terms of how they approach Ascent as a whole. Can they right their wrongs? Even actually, very comfortable bonus here for NRG. Almost an extra player allowing funds to be sent Rourke's way.
Yes.
Outside of this, so obviously Marder carrying across, Som carrying across, and Ethan only on a Bulldog.
This does look a little bit more active than we saw Fnatic last time, right? NRG were given complete free reign before. When we looked at them on this map, and maybe some of the earlier maps today, there's a lot of freedom for them. Dictating pace and everything else.
Yeah, on the side of NRG, actually, it's just keeping Marder in check, really. Like I said last time, he was getting absolutely bodied in terms of the opening engagements, but NRG were recovering rounds time after time. But Marder's had a phenomenal series so far.
Night and day, mate. Night and day. Something that's also relatively consistent is that Som near a smoke with a judge. If we know it, Fnatic better know it.
One suppressed.
Som hard to handle, even if you do know about the positioning.
Slight adjustment to the way he's playing actually this time.
Much more attentive towards A main. Oh, there it is. Crashies on the receiving end so early. That's huge. It delays the split through and it gives away those pressure as well, coming through towards Tree.
Paranoia didn't hit as well.
Som's still a main.
Yeah.
This could be just simple death. A blender on the way. Finally bested, but Scuba's still alive. Still standing his ground. Ethan there with him. It's looking good for NRG. Just Kron in a 1v3, and the time's not really there. NRG, lovely little adjustments.
Bonus converted as well. We'll get 2 upgrades out of this. Like I said, previously Som isolated towards the door, now creating further problems with an adjustment of this smoke in main. There's only Crashies to approach here and wants to maximize the value from the drone, so he's using it right on the choke point. I mean, you don't necessarily want an extra body inside that smoke, but another reality check for Fnatic in terms of these early protocols. When I say early, I don't mean in terms of the clock, but in regards to getting closer to the site, that checklist.
Again, I still think it's one of the maps that I love Ethan's calling on. Have to say it, he knows exactly how he wants to implement his team.
It suits his style as well.
Yep, hands down. So, check on short, Som, by the grace of timing, not too fussed about the clone.
It's kind of close enough to even hear that, actually, potentially. I don't think he was. He doesn't look. I mean, he's waiting for it to expire, but
it looks like the test on Marder potentially in middle. A look towards short, but Marder just playing behind the. Oh! Both POVs, please.
Talked about previously him being removed on these early op angles. Ethan now answers back. Chronicle will fall.
And it's a great answer, but Crashes is still firing. Still getting some bodies here. And the position can be given away, and Ethan now paranoid. He can't live! Fnatic, out of nothing, make it something. The slip through from Alpha here is fantastic. Does he get cleared diligently? That's a barrel! Make it a body! Leaving just some alive, not gonna happen. Fnatic showing they have worked. Showing they know it. Showing some smiles.
Another thrifty conversion here. Not sure of the count on this series so far, but Crashies making them pay. From that early stretch of this series, it was only a couple of rounds outside the thrifties that Fnatic were able to string together.
A little MasterCard thrifty, but look, we had those in the past. We want stability with Fnatic. We want to see that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I don't want to have to see another comeback like that. I'd rather see a competitive round-by-round game, but that fate is also in NRG's hands. You didn't like any of that. Rather this not go the distance. Give us one of those early map scorelines. Move on from Abyss. Rock back with the Odin. Som playing near smoke with the Judge. Marder with the Operator. Similar scenes, but the outcome.
Som, man. He's just such a nuisance. It's something that I think NRG, you have to credit them for today, is doubling down on some of these tendencies that caught Fnatic off guard and going even further down the rabbit hole.
And also playing to their own identity. Whether you love it or hate it, you will respect it at this point. They've made every team bow to them at this point with this style, the way they approach the game, the way they see the game. It's impressive. 40 seconds, it's time for a commitment, but Ethan threading the needle pretty well until then. Flashed up, forced away. Fnatic finally, oh God! Reading that repeat, reading how NRG manhandled them last time.
Have an operator here, and looks as if they might just commit towards holding on to it. Maybe look for an exit. Did actually swap out here to try and pass across the Odin. Mada unfortunately not able to have a say here. Alpha on the hunt. Ooh. Nearly gets a haircut. Great isolation. It's actually Alpha that finds the kill. I thought Boaster was going to find it on the back of the spam, but Kayak setting things in motion. Fnatic on the hunt here.
To remove probably one of these tools.
Well, Mada's not on the angle. He just switches.
How far do they go on this one? Again, you don't lose too much, but they fancy a crack at it. And yeah, Summon Mada not letting these slip at all. These are going to be kept. Okay, hold on. Mada! Yeah, that was pretty sick. All right, he gets to keep his.
We'll force out a few repurchases here on the side of Fnatic.
Again, catching these refights is what I'm impressed by. Because it felt like Fnatic were caught off guard on those kind of recheck timings, those re-engages.
You and I kept talking after the series, actually, of how happy Fnatic continued to be in coin-flipping scenarios. And the reason I say they shouldn't have lost Ascent was because they lost so many coin flips, where they were happy to just slowly drift into a weird engagement late round where they're actually in a 5v4. They don't have to sit and wait. They can take the initiative, find a numbers advantage on a site, and play off the fundamentals. They did not want to do that. So if they can, I don't want to say come out victorious in those sort of scenarios again, but continue to gamble and win out, actually, it's going to be NRG that are going to have to adjust. They're going to have to be the ones to adapt to Fnatic actually doubling down on that themselves.
The adjustment is now. Just checking. Letting this one run away. Keep that mental in check. Obviously, Abyss, as much as you can imagine they'd like to move on, put a pin in it, ignore it, that'll still be there in the back of their minds. Young players on this stage. We've been impressed by how, you know, they've hit the ground running, how comfortable they've looked across the board. But there is still that, keep everything on the right page here. Good couple of ults to play with too. On the other side, Finance is starting to look pretty solid.
So after Kayak's investment here, I mean, boasts 2 off the TP, but everything else available for Fnatic. Still an operator and an Odin on the other side, though. Scuba. Lucky to get away with his life. And actually, Chronicle had a ton of issues last time, but Som on the other side.
No trade to be had, but the res played in so well. And now Ethan, do you swing on this? Yeah, they're ready for you now. Fnatic have figured it out. Nice, Fury. It's gonna at least keep Alpha tamed. You are in a 4v3.
So I was just saying, Chronicle was tested time and time again.
As much as Marder didn't have maybe the most highlight of games, he was controlling B main very well against Fron.
Yeah. But it's good to see at least a plan in place to even use the res this time around. Alpha, last time, unable to find much value, if anything.
Do go for a late round here.
Chronicle's got his ult here as well.
Marder is an issue. What do they have to force him off the line? Actually, still a decent amount of kit.
I think Boaster's going to be able to sell something here, at least on the back of audio. But Marder needs this first.
Yeah, Marder's going to walk about to middle pretty well timed. Excuse me, not Marder, it's Scuba.
Yeah.
And the timing.
The operator going to be removed from his hands.
Yeah.
If Boaster gets his TP now,
yeah,
he can regroup.
All coming together.
But Scuba cancelled it!
Scuba, hold on, they're still holding on to this. And now, do you really want that fight on CT? Are you really up for that? The plant was so late, but it's fine. Just about in time.
Need a connection here, at least one. Not going to find it.
3v3. Chronicle is feeling like he wants to be brave about this, but it's such a solo endeavor.
Yeah.
There's no backup plan to that, just on your own, going for it. So now Crashies and Kayak. We're just sending it now.
Oh, but they're both gonna be removed there,
Crashies! That's so sick! But still, it's on the pistols here, right? Marder trying to get involved now, trying to hunt them down in time. But they are going ring of Rosie! Fnatic! Just elevating time and time again.
Crashies with another insane performance in this round.
Yeah.
Again, the timing from Scuba, perfect. This kill, actually Scuba's ult still goes off, but it's Crashies' kill here. Then it's Marder left with an operator in a 1v2.
And he's trying to chase him down.
Yeah.
He knows what he has to do, but...
What can you do in that scenario?
Hands off the wheel. Okay. Bunny's broken.
Cutting through.
Pendulum feels like it's swinging here. That momentum that sat so firmly with NRG really doesn't feel quite so secure.
Test up towards middle. Sun is going to be really bodies on the other side. It's NRG. Kayak, good for the burst, but Marder going to trade things out. Chronicle now. Swings back, grabber, he's pinged off.
Yeah, but look at Alpha flying up above. That's what, Alpha! He's up and over the top! Finding so many! And now, do they know about Brook? I feel like they certainly do now. Alpha is waiting.
Back to guard his wall.
Yeah. Good luck, Brook. It certainly isn't happening. Pendulum swing, Mike. This does feel like that momentum is starting to land for Fnatic.
And I believe, 8-4 in the first half last time these teams met. So Fnatic already now with a chance to make a notable improvement. You can see the moment the comms just finally catch up.
We are in your head, brother. You're doing the same shit, brother.
Close to swore.
It's not often you'll catch him off guard like that, but...
Hey man, he's had to work like a dog to turn this one around. You saw it on his face in some of those earlier maps, man.
Like I said, he was teary-eyed.
Yeah.
So was Chronicle.
Yep.
Crashies look pissed off.
And then you had Kayak, the young gun, bringing him back to life. But buy back in play for NRG. This was those deeper lines we were talking about with Marder that we liked. Him getting aggressive on those extremities, playing out that B site. Early force away here. But also, don't forget about the shock darts that were coming in, keeping them very honest on the Fnatic side. Also, not present.
Kayak's ult available now on the back of this orb.
Oh, no!
A chance to remove one of the Fnatic players. I'm not even sure actually who he noted. Was it Kayak and Crashies? At least now,
sure.
Kayak will potentially be able to invest his ultimate once more. Paranoia sent forwards, but Fnatic trying to create some sort of chaos, some sort of confusion here. NRG initially biting on it, but Kayak's found Brook.
Kayak is a godsend for Fnatic. The answer to their woes as Scuba follows to his grave, leaving some at the back of the site, maybe an unknown quantity. Oh, Ethan, we've been giving you compliments on these flashes specifically. Som's still trying. There's a lot of damage. But where's Marder now?
Does have the Blade Storm, but again, in a clutch situation, and it's an operator in hand for him. Hasn't been able to have as much impact as opening couple of maps of this series. Crashies nearly caught there ahead of the smoke expiring, but Marder will run for the hills.
Yep.
Try and hold on to this. Seeing Alpha trying to employ this wall a little more creatively to secure certain situations. Like I said, I just wasn't seeing the value of the Sage last time from the res or the wall.
It felt like we never saw the res, right? It just felt like one of those things that was
Well, it's like Alpha was going forwards in the rounds solo that he had res. And then others, I mean, particularly on the defensive side for Fnatic, it was an over-reliance on the wall kind of.
Yeah.
And like I said, it gets stripped away so quickly when you've got an Odin player on the other side.
And I do want to say as well, something that actually, it was Doma saying before the game started, they'd rather face a team they've lost to than one they'd won against before.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now, you sure you feel that way to this point, but when it comes to this map, that feels very poignant.
Yeah, I absolutely love that sort of mindset, but with these opening maps of this series, that's a bold statement. But like I said, we come to what's left in this veto.
Shadows traveling.
Things certainly tracking very well for Fnatic.
Boaster operator is out. I always doubt it, and he does something really
Oh, well, yeah.
But I guess we do need to start asking the question of, okay, then depth of NRG, right? Like that, it's still early, don't get me wrong, don't worry NRG.
Sure, because a lot of NRG's success has been built upon knowing what Fnatic are doing.
Yep.
If Fnatic are actually able to defy expectations, like I said, the emphasis shifts back towards NRG to be the ones to adapt, come up with something new, take the initiative themselves.
Nasty approach. Where do you want to go? You've got the Judge over towards short. Pull up, go CT. That's the spike, but Marder getting bullied off the line. Kron again keeping him honest in this matter, but it's Alpha and Kayak. Two of the headhunters here delivering. As Som now surrounded, Paranoia lands, can he get away with his life? But now, yes, he finds a new doorway. It's been the death of Fnatic before. It can't be this time, and it isn't. Great trade on this. Now, Juan coming in, could consider a res if he fancies it.
Yeah, the issue last time, Marder barely alive after opening engagements. Now, seemingly always alive with this operator in scenarios that...
And the Odin ain't cheap, man.
Yeah, NRG just can't play back into.
Maybe I'm just inherently negative, Michael. Maybe I've seen it too, never. But maybe we've seen it too many times where there's that chance of things turning around, but it simply doesn't happen because that's the way it goes.
By the way, I was talking about exclusive clubs that Fnatic's a member of. We have never seen a successful 11-1 comeback in BCT history. They have claimed another accolade today. So you have to become a believer in something that is so out of the realms of logic, but it keeps happening.
Certainly made everyone in the crowd a believer today. But the young man on the screen, Kayak, we said it last time, filling big shoes in this roster. And he has been firing.
And just in total unison here with Alpha, again being way more confident. And again, look how hard they're having to work for these kills.
Yes.
They're finding one behind A and B.
NRG have actually just run through most of their opponents to this point, right? Like, they are damn good. They are gunners. They've got a great consideration to the game. Focus on what's in front of us for now. And it looks pacey towards middle, but Scuba actually posted on this angle with Ethan. A little bit more of an adjustment this time. Double stacked up on short too. They want to try and crunch mid maybe. I'm waiting to see what this looks like.
Yeah, look at Som and Mada. Operator will be noted, but Som, not yet.
Still here. And Alpha died to it before, and he does again. Som going to find his man. Kayak now going to be pinched from 3 different angles. You can't win all these fights, surely. Paranoia gets sent across 1 HP. Oh! He's on 1 HP! How are you doing that? And he still survives the shot dart. Kron slipped the net as well. He's ahead of expectations. Dips towards sight. Spike is a little unsure. Where do they take this now? NRG are looking threatening.
Ethan tagged up as well, but certainly Kayak the walking wounded in this regard, but he's got ahead of this. Boaster, he's got an operator.
Oh my god, but
he's
the angle, this is ridiculous. Ethan just tries to stall him out 30 seconds. Still on hand flash, Paranoia on the other side. Does Ethan back away from this? I think he might stick around, expecting Kron, but it doesn't mean you can find him. And now into a 3v3 is getting weird. Kayak still on 1. Boaster on an operator and Crashies trying to hightail it out of here.
So little time.
Is on short. Kayak, 1 HP, doing everything they can, but 9 seconds. And no, Marder! Breaking him in 2!
There you are, little shit.
Just not enough time for Fnatic to scramble back towards the A site.
10 seconds left.
NRG able to keep their head just above water. Keep it within 2 and a bailout in terms of the finances as well.
Yep.
There you are.
Odin and an operator once more. Alpha, still got the res. Kayak close to another ultimate. Crashy's one away himself. By the way, again, this has just always been the ace up the sleeve is where Fnatic get a good read and Chronicle can find something outside B.
All right, Scuba getting played in this time though. On the corner, gonna find one. Traded out for Brock.
Well, they have to try and police this because of the res. They have to. Look at where the kills happened.
Oh, that's very true.
You can't spam onto this anymore.
Absolutely right, but here comes Alpha. Investing all just in case. They still got a man ahead. They didn't think Cron was still going to be that far
They know
into
that
it.
Brock's going to try and punish this.
So well read. Ooh. Incredibly close shot from Marta, but he doesn't find the connection he needs, but goes ahead, goes hunting. There are 3 players around this corner.
They've still got a drone to clear him out.
Do they see it? They do, but Alpha pulls the trigger before they even see him, reading the play well. Splitting towards A. Som this time, no judge in hand. Vandal instead.
I think Fnatic is in the way they're shifting away from Cat.
Like
Almost expecting him to have a judge.
Deserves the respect, man. Scary player. You can see it. NRG don't have the read anymore. They're still going to try and split this up a touch. Keep Ethan away towards B.
Maybe a clean plant to come through here.
Tom's in the smoke. He's back in the smoke.
Yeah.
No play this time, though.
Still have a paranoia, but I don't think there's really any reason to play into this. I mean, they're not going to give any more ults. Kayak, Chronicle, and Crashies have theirs regardless.
Retrieving flash.
Can't really break anybody's money either here.
Still looking. Okay, that's nice.
Oh, try nonetheless, yeah.
It's the next few that I don't want to say impossible, just incredibly hard, yeah. Man, if these guys... Look, he's already doing it! He's already doing it! I feel like I'll jinx it if I say anything. But Ethan right now just trying to keep hold of the operator. He's not going to have a chance. 7 rounds to Fnatic. NRG held at 4.
A chance to completely flip the script and find themselves an A4 on the attacking half of Ascent.
If you told me this at the start of the day, at the start of the first map, second map, even third, I'd have thought you were a madman. Truly.
I thought we were at home by 5. That's how this looked. This is how that looked.
Hello, hello, sit down, sit down.
Som back on a judge now. No operator in play, but Brock still with an Odin. Scuba's the one that's suffering, feeling the pinch in round 12.
And it feels selfless to have to kind of almost invest into that, right? To invest into the Odin constantly. How many people, how many challenges will Chronicle get? 3 put to dealing with just him. He's reading this nicely.
Yeah.
He's playing it very well, feeling a lot of pressure, seeing a lot of presence though.
The role reversal, look how hard NRG have to work to try and take something away from Fnatic.
So
it amounts to nothing. I mean, look at the HP, but Marta comes away from that, looking worse for wears.
And then it almost feels obvious they're going to try and, funnel in towards A. So you look at what Ethan and maybe Som can do, but they've gambled on towards short, they've gambled on towards tree. Pretty winds clear. Kayak not going to be hindered on the way towards site either, so all good here. Checks towards hell. It looks good. Wait for the pop flash. Wait for the pressure. Is there going to be a swing? No. NRG humbled down here.
Yeah. Hunter's Fury going to get invested as well.
Oh, that's a good connection.
All the way from the back lines.
Look at this
Som
angle.
eating that.
You better be ready for Alpha up here.
Chronicle's going to be very late in A main, but he's got his ultimate.
Not going to come in. It looks like he's going to counter it as well, yeah, but the paranoia posted. Kayak going to find one, but a great trade out. NRG going to still carry on forward. Timing is a factor, but do they count on Alpha? The fuse begins. Anyone there to stop it? Fnatic digging in their heels. Chron and Crashies still alive. And oh my god, Crashies. Chronicle drawing their attention, but it could be Crashies being their downfall. Another shot done. Takes away Ethan. He dives in. Som back in his smoke though. It's Fnatic all day. 8-4 by NRG, stunned, dazed, and held on merely 4 rounds.
Last player.
And for Fnatic, this has to feel incredible here. Again, up on 8. A total swing of momentum. It's got to mean the world to them. Again, very few players have had that chance to even stand on this stage, let alone doing this in a grand finals. Before we get to that next half, we will be handing over to the delightful Lou, who's chilling out with DRX's Hyunmin.
Et TRX Hyunmin est venu voir cette grande finale à Paris. Faites du bruit pour lui. Mesdames, messieurs, the Waylay expert, the wingman hat. Enjoy, it's a pleasure to have you here. Hyunmin, thank you for coming. First of all, the question I want to ask you is, did you see that Fnatic comeback on Abyss? You've been able to experience that on Heaven earlier in the competition, so how do you feel the NRG players felt? Like, yeah, what are the feelings?
So yeah, all 5 players on Fnatic are very experienced. I think they just have very good resilience, and their mental is very strong.
Yeah, they probably have one of the best mentals in the world. Donc c'est quoi le secret pour tous les comebacks de Fnatic? Tu l'as expérimenté sur Haven un peu plus tôt dans la compétition. Ils ont un mental d'acier, les 5, une résilience à toute épreuve, et ça se voit. And you are the Waylay expert, right? We've seen Mada playing it on Corrode, we've seen Kaya playing it also on Abyss. So who are you passing the torch to on this match?
They're very good, like Waylay players, but I'll have to say Kayak for the comeback on Abyss.
Right. Du coup, est-ce que tu choisis la Waylay, pardon, de Mada sur Corrode, ou plutôt celle de Kayak sur Abyss? Bah, Kayak sur Abyss, il a réussi un comeback, donc forcément je lui donne ça. And last but not least, what's your favorite French dessert? Hyunmin, c'est la
Crème brûlée.
La crème brûlée for Hyunmin. Thank you so much for joining me. Kamsahamnida. Fnatic seem to be back. Let's see if they can take map 4.
I mean, it's a great shout.
I mean,
Come on now.
A man of my own heart.
Right. Focusing back on the game, though. We have to do it. Coinbase Econ report, and I actually don't know which way this goes down.
Well,
yeah. It's been so dominant in those early games. It was like, oh, of course it's going to be Marder, or it's going to be Brock. Now, I actually don't know who's is going to kind of lead the way this time.
I think, see a slight shift in what was previously fairly bullish in terms of the return on investment here. Is Kayak to be the focal point here. I think it speaks volumes that he's been the one to be top of the charts here. Like I said, the first half of Abyss, 1 kill. And within 3 or 4 rounds, he's right at the top. And that was what got this team back online. And he's carrying that across now to 15. An 8-4 half to start off Ascent.
Sitting on 15 to 8. He's having an absolute performance. He is Alpha. Going to be played in here. Paranoia doesn't even need it on the first. Alpha! Did you forget about him too? Did you think he was only one? Fnatic is made up of stars here, but NRG digging their heels into. They're not out of it yet. They need to fight back from this though. Som gonna fall. Fnatic holding their numbers here. And the door somewhat shuts on this round, it feels like. Scuba's having to find something that, oh my God, what a shot.
Not ready yet.
Not gonna catch though, Boaster. Now picking up the Sheriff that Som was able to get his hands on earlier. Raw caught on the cross here. Scuba also down to 45 HP, just one more shot, and they both have Sheriffs.
Chronicle and Boaster locked and loaded on this, but NRG desperate for this round. They'd give anything for it. Brock's been the star of this squad. Scuba the same, the backbone. Guard's still here.
Revealing it. Huddled in to the same corner.
Could be an issue. Spike, who's going to bite? Who's going to answer the call here? But it's going to be Chronicle, shot in the dark, and it lands. Just Scuba now, a 1v2. This could be 9 for Fnatic from the very word go. And Chronicle ain't going to stop. Full faith in Boaster! Leading his team in more ways
The culture shock strikes again. 9 on the board for Fnatic. Total faith from Chronicle. Alpha opening things up at a point of the map that was a real weakness for Fnatic. Well, the dance on point. There is not so much.
I don't think that's how it goes.
I need a Kakuka check.
They are. We'll see, but pacey beginnings over here, 9 rounds. NRG, this is all starting to look one-sided. It's going to be 10 as quick as you like here. And Brock's trying, Ethan's trying. The Chronicle's got more. The Fnatic are up to 10 rounds.
Now you're in trouble. When Poster's back on his feet. Aura farming on the stage.
A whole different way of doing it.
That's the crab walk. I'm the crab walk. I'm the crab walk. What are you going to do, brother?
What are you going to do? You've got to face off against that.
It's mad, isn't it?
In one of the most high-pressure scenarios you can be in.
It's madness. We're all mad down here, Michael.
Yes.
Jesus, take the wheel. We're going back in. Double digits for Fnatic. The pace is there. NRG need to find their footing. They need to stop the bleed. They've lost control of this game, and I understand why. But Som, great start. Punishing Kayak on aggression. Now, this is a bonus, so Fnatic are going to try and be a bit cheekier.
Yeah,
take some gambles, take some risks. But control it. Find your footing again.
Say, if Alpha finds a kill there, but lucky to get away with his life, but Chronicle able to take up the reins.
That's scary, though. The map looks
that
small.
gap, yeah, absolutely. Able to potentially have a say in this rotation. This is the first real instance of NRG being the ones to rely on this dead space.
Oh, is Alpha? Oh, he's going to hear this. He's hearing it. He's hearing it. Deep out drone. Higher! By Som.
He got two!
What is that, Alpha? Oh, Tron is being slippery as well. He's still controlling middle, but he's in no man's land. Spotted. Got back out, but he falls. Brought quick enough. Still got to find the final 2. 30 seconds. Where do you go?
Crashies.
Oh, God.
Poster also going to be in a position
Coming
to
his way.
capitalize off this,
Still
but
has
he's got
paranoia.
everyone here.
The only one that they turn from him. He takes down one. They still make this possible. Crashes with a chance at this. He's here so early. Does he get a glimpse under the door? He does! He can't quite catch him though. Brock's still alive. That's a problem. The door, vulnerable. Oh, he stopped him! 1v1. Ethan against Crashies. Start back in! Ethan! Solid, safe, and necessary. They almost lost that.
They very nearly lost another bonus. I mean,
what's going on here?
As good as lost a bonus.
Yeah.
Kayak's so close to getting that kill, by the way.
Yeah. Oof. You want almost no one else in that scenario as well. You want Ethan there. You want that backbone, the calm element, hopefully. And it's also the first big question I'm going to ask going on to maybe a deeper run into this or potentially that next map. Ethan's in-game leading. We've been highly complimentary. Now we see a different team against him on a different level. How does he deal with it? Right back in, though, for NRG. Fnatic with their purchase. It's a little bit weaker in areas, though. Outlaw there for Kayak. A couple light shields on the other side. It's only Brock who could suffer the damage.
Well, I think it's actually a really good read, considering 4 fell in the previous, that Kayak's going to find himself a budget op.
Pretty much.
And Alpha's going hunting again. They know they've got NRG up against the ropes.
Paranoia goes in. Doesn't find a thing. High flash. Fine. Take the site. We're waiting. Flank from
Look how early Alpha is here.
Again, he is going to find Scuba. Oh, dearie me, they're being herded, Michael.
1 kill, Kron's got ult here. Could really turn the tides now that they don't have control of A main. They're all huddled into sight.
Looking for Crashies to get his dart back up, though. How far off is that? A bit of a spam from Kayak. Smoke going to go in, and Som playing in it. To be almost expected at this point.
Ron's got his ult now.
Wait, how did Marta fall in this? Som going to do well in the smoke, but the ult going to come in. Ethan stands up, tries to take a stand, but brought to his knees. Res back in. Five still alive, and Brock's not going to be able to do it this time! Fnatic have learned their lessons! They're a whole new beast!
Textbook from Fnatic, over and over again. All of the things, the simple, basic, fundamental issues they had previously on this map, addressed on the fly. And the stars starting to align.
Hey, I want you. Look at me.
And like I said before, Crashy's happy to stand up and take his place. This breaks the money of NRG. They have a no command. Scuba, one away from his. Brock, two away from Hunter's Fury, but Fnatic sitting pretty right now.
So look, we put the lens pretty heavily towards Fnatic in those early games, not coming with an answer, not looking like they had the right ideas. I put that back to NRG now. What's the answer? What's the solution here? We look towards the coaching staff, who've done very well, but now they've been countered.
Well, they've done very well in terms
step?
of preparation. Yeah, let's talk about dealing with Fnatic in the server, on the stage.
Oh, it's
and there's a
different
short
thing.
list of teams that have been able to really figure that out.
Yeah.
Because this isn't something you account for as a team. You don't account for a team just defying all odds.
Nope, not at all, not at all.
NRG must have felt like they had this in the bag. They were
that close,
one
that
round
close.
away. They had 6 championship points to close out.
You talk about the mentality taking a hit. God only knows how they bounce back from this, but Fnatic have shown them it's possible.
Forced up.
They're going for it. It's all in, baby. Ride or die on this round. And Kai gonna find the first though. Already gonna be a nuisance. But Scuba with a great trade. Now NRG gonna take that good space on the site, right? Get the plant down, find stability. Backline under threat by Alpha. They should know of it now.
Crashies gonna look for potentially a tag here. Alpha very quickly on the flank. Everybody huddled in. 2 site, 2 stingers in the hands of the NRG players. Som and Scuba have rifles though.
Not a lot of util to play with.
Scuba's waiting to pop his out, yeah.
The second he feels like that
They're all
timing's right,
caught.
there's not much to be done about it. So we gotta wait for now. Knife on top, this might be enough. This might be good, this could be 6. So close by though, NRG, don't take your eyes off the prize here. Don't take your eyes off the smoke either. Kron comes in, but surely they're now waning in numbers. They're not getting the entry they want. Raw, great damage, and NRG. That's what they needed, Mike. A reminder that they're competitive in this.
Absolutely.
It's been a drought of rounds.
Huge, huge upswing to force up with Fnatic being on 11. A roll of the dice, but it certainly pays off for them. Yeah, Brock is Hunter's Fury, obviously. Little Scuba investing into the previous. Fnatic only have the TP from Boaster. But a little bit of wiggle room here for NRG to maybe dig their heels in.
They could. Hayek though wants to break that in half, smash it into Marder, instantly trying to find some safety, hopping out, going into that smoke, on with the test on the extremity, but NRG on red alert. They know there was a threat in middle. It has been quelled. They still have to re-clear a bit of the space. Crashies, good info on this.
Able to really find too much in the form of damage, so if you look at the health bars here. But NRG takes them a long time to deal with this wall in mid. Spike, not committed just yet, so they're still probing. Trying to gather some sort of information on either side of the map, to be honest with you. So they might collapse towards short. So it'll be Alpha and Boaster once more tested. They faltered previously time and time again on this site hold. Let's Boaster with a judge. Doing his best Som impression.
Oh! Alpha taking Mana right out of the sky though. And they don't have easy access here. Do you forget that this could be a possibility? Bittersweet medicine given to Som. But a great trade for NRG. Still going to be able to get that plant on the site. Get the time on their side. 3v3 now.
Clone sent through. Kayak. No, he's not got a bite on here, but Scuba's repositioned back towards Jen.
There. Brock's a threat in this.
Yeah.
Scuba as well. This is really hard to clear. And that's why Scuba, sharp as hell, takes away Kayak. Just got Crashies. Trying to almost line of sight anyone. Double stack towards Hell, one towards main. Silently creeping closer. Ethan low. Great shot from Ethan. And now Chronicle, I think the time might be gone on this. They can simply put bodies to work if they have to. Maybe looking to make it as costly as possible, but Scuba, very well handled. Talk about resilience, Mike. NRG are finding what they need now.
That grit and determination starting to be displayed.
Yep.
Boaster a little ahead of himself in terms of trying to find an upgrade here. Could have maybe been gifted the second on the back of that judge. It will be Fnatic to call a timeout here. 11-7, the scoreline will be reset financially.
Yep.
Just a couple of orbs away from finding themselves a very comfortable ult cycle though, and potentially being back in control of this half.
That's the important thing, right? Is feeling how that momentum has shifted. And as much as we can give credit to Kayak, to Boaster, to the Fnatic side, because obviously that Abyss game was something to be remembered. But in this moment, you can't take that away from NRG either. Great timeout from them, coming back in with a great plan, finding stability up against, honestly, one of the hardest teams to handle as well. You don't get an easy game normally against them, that's just something that doesn't exist. But coming back in, finding what they need, getting people to believe again. Marder's having a quiet game here, quiet map, should I say, not game. But in his stead, you got Som, you got Scuba, Ethan, Brock, picking up that weight.
But just to note, it was a very different quiet map last time for Marder. He was getting slapped about by every member of Fnatic. It wasn't necessarily one person farming him. Talk about NRG having to consistently flip 4v5 situations. It was Fnatic that really played into their hands in that regard. I was talking about this coin flipping over and over again previously. Fnatic leaving nothing to chance this time around. Way more composed, a much better game plan overall.
It's way more competitive.
Yeah.
So I like seeing a test of NRG's depth. See what they're capable of. They made it this far. Not challenged in this way. Different arena. Fnatic this round. Frenzy, Sheriffs. Very light investment. Willing to show a little bit of leg towards middle, but just going to fall away from that.
Tuck himself in though. NRG with the same probe to try and deal with this wall in mid. Alright, still there. Still providing some level of comfort. You see again now Alpha trying to time his on the back of contact elsewhere. I think NRG might just be able to find their way into market. Yeah, Chronicle's going to fall here on the back of the spam. Got a wide open B site.
Yeah, that's really nicely handled, actually. Really, really methodical. Try not to take too many risks. Approach cautiously. Might have heard a couple steps towards mid there, but honestly, to be expected at this point, you are going to get some pressure coming back in. So, plans can be in play. I'm on their side.
Another clean round here from NRG would be huge.
It's on track for it, right? You got 3 left. Make it just 2. Scuba silently doing some serious work for this team as well.
Again,
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, Crashes. Okay, what the hell?
Crash is like 2 seconds ahead of Scuba, apparently. Marder trying to hold on to
like
that.
That's count shut.
Oh.
Ooh. Hold up.
There's your villain. Certainly, certainly making a case for himself now.
I hope you can hear it at home, because we certainly can hear.
NRG got themselves up to 8 now. Our resident gun buddy distributor.
Yeah, crazy. The cameraman caught him there to be fined by, obviously, Riot Games
Obviously.
themselves. Booing not allowed. 11 to 8 though, we focus back up, 5 back in play. Odin out for Bostrom and Marta instantly back to business. Wanted to be pacey about it, want to cut right through towards A. Deny this utility. Already got
big ping though.
Huge info for Alpha.
Nobody dealt with the dart.
How? Just maybe comms, maybe all the chaos, but composure found for Fnatic.
Hunter's Fury here for Crashies as well though.
Looks like he's
Apply
getting
further pressure. Issue being Kayak.
Oh!
What? Hang on, he didn't rebound for free!
How the hell are they this lost? Crashies! Fighting Brock, it's 5 standing against the 2!
Minus 17 HP.
NRG looking so lost in this. I thought that pace was a sign of
it's hit
calm,
both
but
of them.
the paranoia is heaven sent. As Marta, that's what you get for shooting the body. Put right back down to play Scuba. Scuba, there's no way in hell you're doing it to him. Fnatic, Arta back in the round, getting up to 12. And up and goes shooting the body right back.
Karma. Strikes right back, you can see Alpha on his feet. Yeah, Ethan just caught completely off guard. I guess by the timing, the expectations,
Yeah.
Alpha over the top here. But the paranoia connecting on both of them.
Oh! How can you not love that man right now? How can you not enjoy it? Credit to Marta for giving it, but nice try, I guess. 12 to 8.
Look at the ultimates for Fnatic here.
Oh, God.
Everything but the Hunter's Fury.
The line. I have a challenger, Mike Scuba, who's been solid. Again, can't say how good he's been. Enough. Crashies almost has Brock there. Careful. Looks like it's going to be a cat play again.
Yeah, NRG sticking to their guns.
Oh,
Alpha
big
nearly hard
adjustment.
cleared it.
Marta
Marta's
wants
desperate
it.
to find it.
Oh, he wants it so bad. But Alpha's still alive. He gets out of there.
They're so hesitant.
Oh, the
Big kill for
fear.
Scuba potentially, but doesn't find it. Again, NRG have to reset. But walking towards both Chronicle and Boaster, and Alpha and Crashy's not too far away either. Alpha's got the res. Chronicle, a chance to potentially stop this from happening. Marta's gonna have to go huge with the Blade Storm here.
It's all on his shoulders to try and set the path forward. Oh, what a shot! Can't get any more though. Son flies in. Back and forth we go. Alpha, Crashies, Kayak. We've got Som, Brock, and Scuba on the other side. 17 seconds, the spike's not down. It's going to be pressured. There is a back line threat on the way. Scuba with it all to do. He does the best he could, but it may not be enough. As Brock, iconic with the weapon, can do nothing.
It's all done.
But watch, we are going the distance. 13 to 8. Fnatic finds salvation.
Macarena, wanna lay them mamanina.
Jake.
I'm the crab walk. I'm the crab walk.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm the crab walk. You're not standing up waving at the crowd, are you now, you little? Sit down.
Are your Valorant esports instincts next level?
This man is a big player in big games!
Prove it. Put your game sense to the test with the all-new VCT real-time prediction game, Shot Call. It's a Twitch desktop extension available exclusively on official VCT broadcast channels. With Shot Call, you and your friends will be able to call your shots, score points, and earn rewards. Here's how to play. During the official champion streams on Twitch, open up the Shot Call overlay on screen to make real-time predictions by answering questions. Whether it's predicting a Forsaken clutch or correctly calling a site rotate before it even starts, you'll score points, climb a live leaderboard, and have the chance to win prizes. Play along seamlessly with Shot Call's built-in notifications, or open the extension in full to check your progress and see how other viewers are guessing. You can call the shots during Valorant Champions Paris starting on September 12th. Tune in, try it out, tell us what you think.
सेल की खुशी है तो उछलो डिस्काउंट्स ऑन क्लीनिंग एसेंशियल्स इन जस्ट 10 minutes on Instamart.
Folks, we're going to map 5. Exactly what you wanted to see in this final. TMV, you might got to oil up, brother.
Oil up, brother.
This is unbelievable stuff. We had to be down on the floor to celebrate with the gang, with the whole crew, with the community down here. I mean, what are we witnessing right now? A comeback of the century.
It could be history in the making. We have not had a reverse sweep in a grand final at a global show, and Fnatic are on pace to make this happen. It feels like NRG needed to have that win on Ascent, and now that it's slipped their grasp, they have to show Sunset for the first time at this tournament.
Yeah, and it's going to be extremely complicated for them. One round away, NRG NRG was to winning this grand final on a 3-0. Fnatic, now they have the momentum. They have thousands of people here in the Accor Arena backing them every single round that they win. Everybody's going absolutely insane for them. And you can feel it. They're dancing on the stage. We have Crashes standing up, teaching the other kids, the new kids in the block, how to shoot, teaching them how it's done, apparently.
Yeah, well, let's talk about what we saw in that game there, because it started off quite strong for NRG, but then we started to see Fnatic little by little, and of course the crowd here very much on that Fnatic train here. What can you tell me though about what you saw on that map there for the beginning of NRG?
And what I think I'm seeing is that NRG, they're really starting to slip when it comes down to the energy, when it comes down to the focus the players have. I think that rookie status is very much catching up to them, much like we saw on that previous map. They need a full reset. I saw outside after the map, the first map loss, Bunker really doing his damnedest to try to get them back in, focused up, and clearly it just was not enough. When you get to a point like this, you have to be able to stay laser focused in the entire time, because if you start slipping with this crowd behind Fnatic,
100%.
It's just working against you in every which way.
It's the sixth man out here. It's absolute pandemonium here in Paris, France. But speaking of who's been causing quite a ruckus in the server, Crashies, my man, of course, holding it down for us over in NA. But the reality is my guy's EMEA through and through. He has been really coming up clutch for the boys.
Especially in those eco rounds that we're seeing Fnatic winning today, especially here on Ascent. Crashes has decided he is not going to lose against NRG again in this tournament. He wants that trophy. He is on the verge of actually being in contention for that MVP. Kayak also as well. On the other side, worries, of course, as you were saying, Seth, because now we're going into a map 5. We understand the pressure that is going to be onto them. And I think that probably is taking the most out of Mata, missing shots that I have never seen him miss on this map.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely shocking to see what's going on with NRG. A bit of a crumbling here, Seth. And now we're getting to the final point. We're getting to the finish line, and we need to see who wants it more at this point. Who wants to dig deep and pull off this win and lift that trophy?
This map has been hidden for Fnatic the entire time. We haven't seen it, but the last 4 times that they played it in VCT back in Americas, they have not been able to collect a single win on Sunset. They've had time to cook, but with the pressure building up against them, I feel like Fnatic have the upper hand.
I get taken back to what happened yesterday, Bea, because we saw Fnatic pick Sunset, and everyone was like, whoa, what's going on here?
They knew it was going to happen.
They knew it was going to happen.
Out of the way, but I agree with Seth. This is all against NRG. I think that they really thought this was going to be an easy day in the park, and that they would not have to come to this map number 5. Not a single win in the entire year, and it's not for the lack of trying, and it's not for the lack of trying new things. So we expect probably something new coming in from them, and I think that Fnatic, even though they did not find the comfort yesterday, right now it's not about the comms, it's not about much else, about shooting and the vibes that they definitely have.
NRG need to restart and recollect this narrative. It was talking about these rookies getting their first trophy here at Champs. We were talking about Ethan being the first player to ever get 2 Champs trophies. That narrative is about to go out the goddamn window if they can't get this Sunset corralled.
And it feels like this crowd is against them through and through. And how can you blame them? Fnatic coming back with the greatest comeback of all time, 11-1, and somehow by hook or by crook they were able to make magic happen in the field. Now it's a question of whether or not they could close this out here. We have Agent Select coming up. Let's see what we get. Bea, what are you looking at?
I am looking at Crashies. What is he going to do? I'm looking at Alpha going on the near, running it back. No breach to be seen here. Double duelist for the side of Fnatic, and honestly, with the map that Alpha just had on Ascent, I absolutely love this. Kayak is on fire as well, and this duo could disrupt NRG.
There's no changes to the comp on the side of NRG. They've been keeping this one hidden. I thought maybe they would have had something new to come through with the composition, but it's exactly what they were running back in Americas. That means that they then need to iterate. They need to have studied Fnatic's play on this map. They've got plenty of tape, but can they actually put it to action? That's my big question. That's my biggest doubt.
And I think that everyone who is an NRG fan is feeling that sense of doubt right now, Achilleos. Bea, is this it? Is this happening?
Is Fnatic going to finally get that trophy? Are they going to perform in such a level? The greatest comeback in history for them. The one trophy that has always eluded them comes down to an arena full of people rooting for them and against NRG.
NRG.
Well, you know what? You may not be able to see us down here, but we got a crowd of people with us over there, and everyone's excited for that map 5. Ain't you right, boys? Yeah! All right, guys, we're going to get ready for this one. Map 5 is underway. Who is going to make history? Let's send this back over to Pansy and Hypoc.
It is pandemonium here in Paris. Mike, this is what you dream of, man.
It is. We are on the brink of absolute insanity.
Yeah.
NRG have the weight of the world on their shoulders, the weight of what feels like inevitability when a team like Fnatic gets the ball rolling.
But they can fight against the odds. They can stand tall and face down the opponent who is coming alive. As said, this is what you work for. This is what you fight for. This is map 5 Sunset. It's gone the distance. It all comes down to one more map. This is a hell of a game of Valorant.
Like I said, we are stepping into the unknown.
Yep.
The unwritten page of this chapter. And Fnatic looking to pull out all the stops here with this composition. 2 heroes potentially in their midst. NRG certainly going to be looking to bounce back here.
They have the chance. A seasoned veteran at the helm. Ethan knows what it takes to lift that trophy. He's worked before for it.
He knows how sweet it tastes as well.
Could spend a lifetime chasing that, but Alpha needs to get out of danger. Already Mardo close enough by, but it's only Alpha here. Support from afar going to come in with that smoke going down. But NRG carrying on towards the A site.
In a position to anchor, but will concede this space. Holding a tight angle towards elbow. Playing on the walkout here as NRG now descend upon the site.
Confident in approach, but cautious. Lovely little C's, but no one there to work from it just yet. NRG trying to make sure they're secure here. See Boaster, Chronicle, Alpha nearby. Brilliant! Brilliant paranoia! And Alpha looking like he's on fire! NRG might be terrified as Brock and Scuba called upon. Great work from Scuba. Lovely positioning, but he's the last one. How are you meant to stop him?
Fnatic continue the trend, winning out another pistol. Talked about it being a concern for NRG. In terms of the numbers, Fnatic 1 to the good on the final map here. On the back of Alpha, capitalizing on this paranoia perfectly.
And they ain't seen Alpha like this yet. He's been on his sentinel
Been
roles.
shaky
He's
today.
been quiet. He hasn't been able to be the man to do the damage we know he can. But now there's a new threat and a new problem, and it's him and Kayak now. That 1-2 blow, aggression, the name of the game. NRG need to learn on their feet. As Alpha looks to punish again. Been caged before now, but finally let loose. Stems the pace as well, blazing Kron. Flash disconnects, so he will fall on this. NRG good to deal with that front line, but Alpha's not done yet. He's got Kayak in unison. Oh, the 1-2 punch is landing real good right now.
Both picking up 3Ks in the opening 2 rounds. Fnatic now poised. You see laser focused. I mean, I was glued to the screen. We were watching Boaster ahead of this map starting. What a roller coaster for him. It's been. NRG obviously back on the purchase here, but Ethan down on a Guardian with investment previously, prioritizing that utility.
Need to see an answer back for NRG. Because this is momentum. This is threat. Kayak actually going to take the way out here. You can see the Marder checked on it, aware there was a chance.
Well, going to struggle with full shields across the board to find value here, Alpha. Well, he made good progress towards his ultimate regardless. Now it will be Crashies. He's got a stinger, so he has to respect this onslaught. NRG second-guessing themselves. Maybe just want to pull a rotation, but Fnatic not taking the bait. Kayak's still in a position to greet anybody exploring on the back of that pressure. And Crashy is actually re-clearing, so a ton of information playing into Fnatic's favor right now.
I'm scared of these guys. I'm scared of him. Not stunned up. Kayak going to take away the TP though. Plays in Alpha, next layer. Nice utility work from NRG, trying to scale towards the site. They're still struggling to find some sort of security as Boaster and Alpha back-to-back doing the work on the site. Look at the HP! How are Fnatic doing this? Ethan taking matters into his own hands. Get out of here! He's still standing. He's still got a chance. But time is a factor, and it's going to be the cross for the spike. Ethan single-handedly doing what was necessary! Brock! Brilliant in the end.
Breaks the hearts of Fnatic, potentially converting another bonus, getting another.
But it took Ethan doing this.
It did, yeah. And again, this is uncharacteristic of him to play so aggressive, but
there he is.
Answers the call for NRG. Damage done for sure. The byproduct of that is the gaps. The purchase here. Alpha to Bucky into this. He's one away from his ultimate. And actually, Kayak on the hunt here will find Mada. And gets away.
The fact he got away, Mike, I can't believe it. Genuinely, so many bodies there, but untraded. Confident display at the start. It feels like there has been a
Chronicle
good
wasn't
conversation. Hold on. Just has to be careful here.
Right here.
Rotating the additional player towards that B site. Alpha adding the seed of doubt. But he plays ahead. Nice little trade there. Brock doing well to keep this one trucking in the right direction. But the spike still held towards main.
Yeah,
there's so many people here.
Yeah, they're not through this smoke just yet. Finally drifting through. Kayak, TP away. Now joins Boaster. Alpha shut down though.
Big impact from Brock. I can't stress enough how important he's been with Ethan in this. Denying this momentum. Denying Fnatic that chance to take step after step here. But a 3v2, ult in hand for Brock. Boaster and Crashies manage it, they don't. Scuba gonna hold that push up. As Crashies trying to gap close in, but 40 HP ain't enough here, you feel. So many different lines to handle. Feels like maybe Ethan the one to do it. Oh no, cleared Crashies. Waiting for that counter swing, not quite found it this time. Spot to back.
Scuba. Quick to the trigger to tie things up here. NRG bouncing right back in the opening couple of rounds of this decider. Hunter's Fury and a Rolling Thunder on the back of Brock, and Ethan doing a lot of the legwork here.
This is so important for NRG. After feeling quite shut out of some of those previous games, having to go through that motion of it, be brought to a map 5 after being within touching distance of the trophy. Couple of clean rounds back in.
Need I remind you, they had 6 chances to close this out, and now we're here. Looking to capitalize now. Back of Fnatic's finances dwindling early, but still packs a punch.
It does, especially when you've got Alpha in the corner like
Bring
this.
them down.
You need to clear it. Be diligent in this. Crashy's going to try and set Alpha up here, actually. Can't quite make it around the corner. Lovely stall out, really good way to deny that springboard in, but it's still a brawl. Crashy's is still alive on 23. It's not perfect, but Fnatic making them have to work for their dinner.
NRG look as if they still want to commit behind this. I mean, it's only really Kayak that's disconnecting from the stack. NRG very, very wary. Crashy's down to 23 HP. It'll be tough for him to make something work with the Stinger here. Scuba actually going to get Neural Theft off the back of this orb. Tension starting to build. Alpha going to tuck into this smoke potentially with his Bucky.
Still a problem. Still a lot to be done, though. Meant to break through this. Waiting for that Cyclop. Okay, investment of the ult, but Alpha could still be rewarded with one. They're trying to fall towards the site. Scuba, Ethan, clean work from them. Clearing through the site diligently. Being methodical. That's what the doctor ordered, Mike. A little bit of that, a little bit of taste of composure.
Absolutely, and composure being the key word here. Said almost looks concerning. They're still going to try and force the issue here towards A. Way out, Rolling Thunder invested. Get a big win actually to draw out this ultimate on this round on the side of Fnatic. Marder one away now. Still got the Hunter's Fury, still have Neural Theft, and NRG feeling as if they have a point of weakness maybe, something to exploit once more.
Yeah, pace change. March fast towards A, but the paranoia not going to be able to be capitalized on until then. Zom actually, the one to claim it, but Boaster stands tall on the site.
He's got to go huge.
He still might. They're hesitant here. They're reinvesting that smoke towards the elbow side almost, and Boaster gets to live, gets to breathe on this. Can anyone help him? Is there any utility on the way? It's Alpha on the way, apparently. Still noted, they know Boaster's here, but they can't pry him out of this corner.
I don't think he spotted Ethan there. Does know about Bork now, though.
This time you're looking at Kayak, trying to find maybe that pixel on the push-up, but they're stalled out here. They can't quite gap close him. Finally forced away. Ethan, the one to claim it, but everyone's present now.
Neural Theft going to go in. We'll ping out the remaining players here. Kayak going to go forwards with his ultimates, try and figure out some attack, some angle of approach here.
Oh, but Ethan, that's the leader that NRG will depend upon. As Kayak in a 1v3, it's an uphill struggle, and I think he knows this one might be wraps.
Trip will go up and still looking to do damage, but I think NRG are going to play into this.
God, I have to keep singing the praises of Ethan, though.
Ethan is going above and beyond the Call of Duty right now.
Yes.
On the breach as the leader for this team.
And again, it's for those other players to look at to see that it becomes a reality. Kayak, lovely work on the exit. Get himself away, as does Scuba. And a good couple of strung together rounds for NRG.
Going to challenge though, Scuba. Doesn't want to give away potentially another orb, or force the repurchase. Alpha's really unlucky not to be able to find something else behind this smoke. Ada looking fierce. It'll be Fnatic to call a timeout here. 4-2 scoreline. Going to be able to piece together much of a purchase, but I did hold on to the operator.
Get a chance to bring that in, but for NRG, it almost feels like finally getting a breather, finally getting a little bit of something on your side, getting a bit more of a distance to it. You look at the last couple of maps, it's just felt totally different, the mood changing. And again, look, we hate saying the sixth man, but it's there.
Definitely.
Trying to hear that silence again.
Yeah, bear in mind, one of the other notable grand finals
be magical. This would be simply magical. He can't do it! Alpha denies the rabbit out the hat. Fnatic first on the second.
Comes down to a 1v1. Som, who has just been phenomenal today.
There was a smoke.
Yeah, there was a smoke. Anything's possible.
We did it once, we can do it second time. And it was 1-11.
Yeah, to be fair, already done worse than this, or more than this, of what's required here. Another chance here. I mean, even though some of the thrifties, the lesser purchases have looked deadly from NRG, Fnatic's round twos have been clean. And even going a little further than that, finding bonuses.
Yeah, very true. I like the stack though from NRG. They're not going to be in the right place for it. So Som, who's that shorty? A whole lot of trouble coming his way. Now, Fnatic's quite invested though.
Does the Prowler catch? It doesn't.
Okay, so given a new lease of life, stun still in play, but they are checking now. Yeah, diligent. Heads up, good work.
Alpha got brought to 16 HP, by the way.
Ooh, but Kayak's hitting shots like that. Still go for a little more too. He knows they're a bit deeper here, so does he continue to chase this far?
And what's good in these early rounds here, Fnatic being very confident in terms of taking further space. Not just planting, resetting.
Little trail might be the downfall. Oh, dearie me. Just falling for the trap there, but Chronicle picking up the slack. And you're right, it is just kind of controlling this, taking the fights to them, being confident in the engagements.
Absolutely. I don't want to see any more of these weapons handed across to NRG. Ethan and Scuba. Here. Two left, and looking to try and dig them out of that position. Scuba's going to find Alpha, but no harm, no foul. The reveal will come through here, and actually, well, Crashies might find a kill, but both given to the spike. 5 on the board now. Fnatic. As I said, previous success in the bonus round, and it would be huge to once more get this snowball in motion to come back on Sunset.
It's just so ridiculous that we keep finding ourselves here. We keep doubting it, but somehow it seems to happen. Big info in middle, though. They've noted a good couple of bodies behind this.
Yeah, certainly have.
Now, whether or not they can punish it, though, it feels like a double-edged sword.
I mean, look
you
at
try and go
Scuba.
for one, exactly. You've got Summon Scuba right there.
Just out of line of sight.
This is sketchy. It feels almost too good, right? Too good to be true. The paranoia.
Huge connection.
Scuba.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is now getting to a weird little fight in middle, isn't it? It's just okay. No one fancies it. It's all got a bit topsy-turvy.
Both teams going to drift towards B here. NRG anticipating this, but you actually see Brashy's heading over towards 8. Maybe to try and sell a fake here with a smoke, a reveal or something.
Swing, double swing. Oh my God, Kron, you got to live from that? I thought that was a death sentence. But at 45 seconds, they creep back through.
Yeah, I was going to say, should be the green light to take space elsewhere, and Fnatic make moves towards top mid.
I like the Kayak, the timing. This is so sketchy. This is so sketchy between both sides. 35 seconds. The pressure's on Fnatic to start looking towards which side of that to go for. They've chosen A.
Well, the pressure's on Brock, actually, to hold down the fort. Does have a trip to playoff, but he's not going to be able to have much of a say on some of these other angles that Fnatic will approach.
He's great with his dart, though, but he looked a little off on that first encounter. Great flash. Ethan's here. Kicking down the door at 13 seconds. Bring it back to life. Ethan finding so much damage for NRG. Alpha left on 34, Boats to 61. This is rough. Oh, that's made it even harder. Alpha, the original Wonder Kid, 14-11. Trying to find a way to make magic happen again. With step by step, their gap closing. NRG. Wind out of Fnatic sails. A 10 found.
Double digits. Getting closer and closer for NRG. Fnatic a chance to reset here. Obviously, trying to convert a bonus able to do some real damage. NRG's inventory not really close to an ultimate just yet. And for Fnatic, Kayak 2 away, Boaster 1 from the TP. So a slight advantage in that regard, but
Slight.
Go.
But if it's another for NRG, you're looking at 11, man. Not much Fnatic have left in the tank. Smarter's confidence.
Actually, yeah. Dancing with death there.
Hell.
Tagged on the reveal, still stuck around to try and find something. Lucky to escape with his life. Chronicle.
It was Kron.
Finds him.
They did that double swing out last time, right? Back pillar, late check towards main. This time called in for some support, got Kayak here as well.
Alpha will be revealed. Ethan looking to go forwards once more.
God, it's just perfect. Pixel perfect work from Ethan, but now in a little bit of danger. Can he stay alive? Can he get out of here? Not sure. Yeah, he can. Who am I to doubt him? And now he's just matching him step by step. He's read it right. Ethan actually ahead of the curve slightly. Ethan is a cut above the rest. Predicted a flank that's not coming, but he's done enough.
There's still a trip for Kayak to go past as well. He's one away from his ultimate, but has to find this plant. In a 1v2 now, Ethan down to 16 HP. Scuba still looking pretty healthy. NRG are drifting back this way at the perfect timing, Lauren.
Yeah, they're reading it really nicely. They didn't quite have that beat on where Kayak was. And now Ethan just going to add insult to injury.
Look at the time.
He's making it run low, trying to find a corner to play from. Kayak actually still affected. Just about going out fine now, but this is a lot to ask of once again the rookie. And he's going to need everything. 11 HP. And Scuba on the other side sitting pretty on 41. It all comes down to that. Scuba! Sensational earlier for NRG, but Ethan, heaven sent for them.
Would have been an insane clutch to pull off, but NRG able to get that across the line. I mean, Ethan is just playing absolutely out of his mind right now.
Lights out, 22-11.
You can see how much he wants this. To be the first true two-time.
And he's certainly not a passive participant. He's been active in this map. He's led this team.
Look at the buy.
They are so close now.
I mean, Olds are plenty. Crashy's the only one missing, but it's 3 Stingers and a Sheriff. Alpha has his ult short. Rourke back on the trademark. Fnatic with a pace change.
They're trying. They're digging deep. Trying to set them up. That paranoia actually going to catch Marta. A chance! But Scuba on the deny. They are holding strong here. Backside remains under the flag of NRG. It's just looking all in their name as Crashies. Hate to say it. Might be time to face the music on this one. Som sends him down. It's 12. 1 round away.
Back on a championship point.
They've been here before.
Yeah, not so long ago. I mean, you just can't make this shit up. Fnatic, again, going to be asked the impossible. NRG able to reset entirely here on this final map.
Man.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling.
Marta's going for a walk middle. Operator in hand. The other side, there is Kayak. Gotta be a bit careful about this. Can't let the moment get to you, he doesn't. He thrives in it. Drops Alpha for dead. Now what does Fnatic do? Down at 4. Plenty of ults, yes. What opportunities.
Certainly able to piece something together here. NRG already drifting 3 back towards the B site. It's going to be Som to posture up. Outside A does have Ethan. A little bit disconnected, but still support in place for him. 50 seconds left on the clock now. Fnatic letting this one run its course. Kayak to try and open up the site here with some information.
Final hurrah, it feels like. Leave nothing out of this round. All invested, Marder waiting, good seas. Rourke though, still present, denies any of that util scale up. Plant looking to be next on the cards.
Come through, chance to really contest here. Still an advantage here for NRG. Crashes, able to slip the net. No, Ethan goated at top mid.
I'm pretty sure Ethan saw him too. It's just beautiful from Ethan, but he does get caught out. It ain't over yet, but a 3v4. Kayak, oh, he gets his ankles broke in a round like this. It's all falling apart as Crashies, the last one alive. Bitter, sweet for sure, as NRG are your Valorant World Champions!
They silence Fnatic. The very final hurdle. You can see now the relief on their faces of pulling off an absolute miracle here.
The start of the day, may have thought Paris was the city of love, but right now it's the home of a revolution here. The new generation, the new blood of NRG, setting up. God knows what successes are to come, but I can't wait to see it.
I mean, just what a run from this team. We talk about EG being the dream run, right, historically, and it's Ethan back here to replicate the same thing again with similar odds, with similar circumstances. Untapped potential here, and Ethan's the one to really, really carry them across the finish line in this map 5.
See what it is. All of that tension finally off their shoulders, having to face odds that most would crumble under. A comeback from Fnatic, one of the greats, and it is heartbreak. Truly is. To be so close, to know what it means to reach this stage, is only understood by very few, and they all spend a lifetime imagining what if.
Will have to take their exit here. Again, very few teams would even be able to stand up to this sort of pressure. You can see the respect being shown now. Two absolute titans of this game. And it will slip through their fingers once again, the last accolade to claim. Yeah, it always is.
Something to imagine for the rest of your life, really. Something to strive for. I can't believe we finally have our first back-to-back winner, really, to understand what it's like to achieve this twice.
See just what it means to boast up.
He spent a lifetime chasing this dream. Not many people even get this close.
No.
Most have spent their lives always wondering what it would be like to even have a chance to stand on a stage like this. The moment to be remembered, to be etched in history. Another underdog on a run. Ethan finding this success twice should be goddamn stunning. I don't know how he does it. To do it in that final match. 23 kills, by the way. Leading by example.
But so many times going forwards. And I mean, when you have a leader like that, it's so easy for you to just fall in line, get behind that sort of player.
God, what a leader. Genuinely. And we had two of the greats on the stage here.
Yeah.
To find this success with rookies, with upward-comers, untested on stages like this. Against Fnatic. That is something to be proud of, to remember for the rest of your life. The coaches too, set them up to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, from a paper standpoint, the last two series for NRG were an absolute masterclass from start to finish. Again, this is reaping the reward of all that hard work. Again, Scuba and Brock, for me, two people that have been just sensational. Mada as well, stepping up to the plate. Som, ever a threat, and Ethan, our first true two-time.
Yes. What a team. What an absolute run from them. No one can doubt now, can they?
And a cinematic finish as well.
God,
It wouldn't have it any other way.
All the maps. I'll take these amount of rounds. God.
Absolute privilege to be able to watch that unfold.
Yeah. Do it against the crowd as well, man.
Yeah, Ethan, just letting you know.
If you weren't fans before, you should be now.
Yeah, because ever the unsung hero. So for him to come out on the map 5 and have that performance to seal the deal, there's absolutely no way.
Well, because even in his own thing, coming out from that EG roster, he wasn't the big name up in lights.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't your MVP or anything like that, but he's the one to rebuild. To have that trophy in his hands again. God. Unreal.
See, even earlier on, one of the interviews saying how hard it was to swallow the pill that they had to split after that win.
Yeah.
And go basically back to the drawing board. And unfortunately, it's people like Ethan that are the ones that, like I said, unsung heroes, but they're not often the top of the list in terms of poaching, in terms of roster mania, but by God, what a way to absolutely validate the status in this game and as a leader once more.
Proud of everything they've done today. The entire way, every game, every step. They can take that with them. We are going to hand this down to Lou, who's on the stage, standing by with our champions for the Verizon post-match interview.
NRG sont vos champions du monde. NRG are your world champion with such a fashion. Some I'm gonna have to come for you. Congratulations. First of all, this must feel amazing. And we know that some players can be a bit worried, you know, of not getting enough international trophies and stuff, especially when we're here since the beginning of the game. Yet, look at here, look at where you are. What was the difference? How did you remain consistent throughout the years to lift that trophy today?
I've played this game for so long just for this moment, and I couldn't have done it with all my teammates, coaching staff, NRG. They made my job so easy, so shout out to them. Thank you guys, I love you guys.
Thank you so much. Première question, il est là depuis le début du jeu. Comment il a fait pour rester constant, pour rester là à chaque fois. Je l'ai fait pour mes teammates, je l'ai fait pour mon équipe, pour mes proches. Et je suis trop fière, j'ai vécu, j'ai joué pour ce moment. Next up, I'm looking for Ethan. There you are, Ethan. You're marking a new record in Valorants history. The first player to lift twice a Champions Trophy. So yeah, I want to know, what was your secret recipe? Because we saw a reverse sweep coming out, yet you were there, standing as an IGL, as a captain. What was the secret?
Just full trust, all day.
Full trust in the process, in your teammate. How was that?
Yeah, team. Everyone just trusts each other. It's like a family. We all love each other no matter what happens.
And I think we saw that you were a great captain today, Ethan. Thank you so much and congratulations again. Donc deuxième question, t'es resté là, on a vu le reverse sweep arriver, tu as dit non, j'ai trust mes teammates, on s'est cru, on s'est trust jusqu'à la fin, on s'aime comme une famille et ça c'est clairement vu. Now I need to get the taller one, Mada, the giant of the day, the giant here at Champs Paris. Congratulations, you are the best duelist in the world and you proved it, you never doubted yourself. So what makes you the best in the world?
My team, everything about my team is so good. I love them so much.
How did you keep the confidence throughout the process?
You said what?
How did you keep that confidence, you know, keep peaking and stuff every time?
We're best friends, we trust each other in-game, out of game. It carries on in-game.
So they bring you the confidence. So comment? C'est le meilleur dueliste du monde, faites du bruit pour lui s'il vous plaît. Comment est-ce que tu as gardé cette confiance? Tout simplement, mes teammates me l'ont donné, c'est mon équipe qui m'a tout donné. Next up is Scuba. Scuba, this was your first year in VCT. You're lifting the trophy. Didn't seem like it was a rookie year for you. Posters said that they were ready for you today, but you were the better team. How did you stay cold-blooded in your first year, in your first champs? How did you remain your calm at any time?
You know, I've been waiting for so long. I've been waiting for so long for this. 5 months ago, I was living at home with my parents in North Carolina, and now I'm a world champion, so fuck it.
Wow. Donc, il y a quelques mois de ça, il y a 5 mois, j'habitais encore avec mes parents en Caroline du Nord. J'ai attendu ce moment-là tellement longtemps et je suis trop fière. And you can be proud of yourself for sure. Scuba, congratulations again. And next up is Broke. Broke.